Hi, this is you, okay? Right here. Most people think getting what they want is complicated, but I'm going to show you today, right here on this board, how your brain and energy actually work so that you can attract the life that you want. I'm going to draw a magnet. These are your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Okay. Think of your thoughts and feelings like a magnet. The law of attraction is simple. What you focus on expands. So if you focus on abundance, love, or opportunity, your magnet naturally will pull those things towards you. Okay? This is love and abundance. But if you focus on fear, lack, or things that never work out for me, guess what? That magnet will draw in more of the same narrative. So here's love, money, abundance, and here's lack, fear, guilt, negativity. Okay? And if you have negativity, lack, fear, or guilt that pulls towards your feelings, thoughts, and actions, then that's going to ultimately be who you are to your core. The familiar path feels safe. It's your old habits. It's your comfort zone. It's the choices that you keep repeating in this area, but that path only leads back to the same results. And then you get the same results. But if you want new results, love, money, abundance, keep those feelings and thoughts and then make your actions align with those. Those will go on to you. And then this is going to be more of like a zigzag path, okay? It's not going to be straightforward because it's not your familiar path, right? If you want new results, you have to choose the zigzag path. It is uncomfortable at first because it means new beliefs and new habits, new decisions, but it's the only way to get different results. New results that reflect love, money, and abundance. Does that make sense? We're going to do something new. So, again, if we want new results in our life and we want to get out of that victimhood, let's do the opposite. Okay, I drew a box. And here's a person in it. Guess who that is? That's you, Susan. This is going to be a cage, right? This is called our comfort zone. Comfort zone. And here's the crazy part. You can use this same power against yourself. So if you keep choosing familiar, which could be your childhood, what you grew up with, familiar places, familiar things, familiar thoughts, staying with the wrong partner, repeating negative self-talk, avoiding risks, you're still using the law of attraction. You're still attracting all these feelings and thoughts, which are going to change, which are going to just reiterate your actions, okay? So here you are in your comfort zone. Here are your familiar thoughts, beliefs, patterns, everything that you grew up with, all of your complaining and everything. You're still using the law of attraction. You are magnetizing sameness because your brain will always choose what feels familiar over what feels better until you change the pattern. Remember, we want to go on a zigzag path. One that's a little bit uncomfortable, right? To get new results. Okay, so let's bring it home. So the real question is, what is your magnet pointing toward? Is it fear, abandonment, anxiousness, negativity, negative self-talk, guilt, shame, complaining? Or is it wanting to have growth, money, love, abundance? Just one choice today that aligns with where you want to go, not where you've been, can shift everything. And then we can get out of our comfort zone. If we don't, it just leads us back into this familiar place. Now let's take this deeper, because this isn't just, a nice idea on a whiteboard. This magnet is at work in your money, your career, your love life, your relationships. And whether you realize it or not, it's what you're narrating your life to be. So let me show you exactly how. All right, let's go back to our magnet. These are your feelings, your thoughts, and your actions, okay? That's what the magnet represents. If your magnet is pointed toward scarcity, fear, negative guilt, saying this again, you're always saying things like, oh, I can't afford that. Money is too hard to make. I'll never get out of debt. Then that magnet pulls, right? We're attracting that to that magnet. It will pull in more situations that match that belief. So bills pile up, opportunities will slip by, and your results are going to stay the same. Same results. This is where we don't want to be, okay? But when you shift the magnet, when you start focusing on overflow, gratitude for what you do have and not living in lack, which is much easier to do than doing growth, money, love, abundance. Trust me, I know, I've been there. And your actions will change, because now these are your new thoughts. You have to train your brain, right? You have to train that magnet. You take the leap, you try the idea, you ask for the raise, and that's when the money magnet will actually start working for you and not against you. Gets you out of your comfort zone onto this zigzag path that's not supposed to feel comfortable. Now let's apply this to love and relationships. The same is true for love. If your magnet is set to, I'm not enough, all relationships are painful, you will keep attracting partners that are in your comfort zone of chaos, emotionally unavailable, and that's just the familiar path looping back to the same results because of how you grew up, your relationships growing up. Did you have a relationship with your father or mother? How did that lead into your relationships later in life? If you shift your magnet, if you believe you are worthy of love, respect, and devotion, you naturally attract people who align with that. You start making different choices, and you stop settling for that toxic or half-hearted bullshit relationship. And suddenly, love feels safe and expansive, and it's not heavy or draining. Take it from me. I picked the wrong partners before. Heck, I was with a complete sociopath and narcissistic relationship, cheated on left and right, you name it. And now I'm with a man who has never raised his voice at me. How did that happen? How did I get to this safe place? I had to practice. I had to practice growth, the relationship that I wanted, the man that I wanted for me. Who was I when I attracted lack, fear, negative guilt? I attracted the same partners that didn't make me feel worthy. Who was I when I met my now husband? I was positive. I didn't negative self-talk. I was so just on cloud nine. I didn't have any of this shit over here. Your magnet is either set to familiarity and fear, or growth and possibility. And in the next part, I want to dive deeper into how you can reset your magnet specifically for money or love so that you can start attracting the results you have been craving. And then here's the most important piece. Even if you're putting your thoughts towards overflow, the real point is to feel it and embody it, okay? So at first, you're going to have to pretend. You are going to act as if it is already true. Your love story, your money, the abundance, the debt paid off. You're going to pretend that you actually feel this in your body. You can literally give yourself a panic attack just by imagining the worst case scenario, right? That's like never happened. So your body is reacting as if it's real. And that means that you can actually do the exact opposite for love, money, abundance. I mean, why couldn't you? You could feel bliss. You could feel stress-free. Don't you want to feel those things? You can direct those same thoughts and feelings into the life that you want. And when you keep practicing that, your brain and your energy will begin to believe it until it actually becomes your reality, because you're attracting that, right? This is the new you, okay? And look, you're so happy. Lack, negative self-talk, I'm not enough. Guilt from our past, shame, unworthiness. Sorry for my handwriting. Remember, it's literally just the same pattern. This is going to be the old you that you can't get out of because you keep doing the same thing, right? And you're really sad. Okay, Brian, stop being this person. Let's start focusing on what we want in our life. I don't even care if you're like, oh my God, my bills, I have this bill to pay and I just got paid. You can change that narrative to, I'm so glad that I have an income to be able to pay my bills. Change the narrative. So here's my challenge to you. Today, I want you to pretend that you already have the love, the money, the peace, the freedom, all the things that you've been craving. And I want you to watch how your energy shifts. It's going to be hard, okay? But if this hits you, if any of this aligns with what you want in life, subscribe for more, because I'm going to show you more ways how you can rewire your reality. And I want you to comment below, what are you pretending into reality starting today? What would you like to do? Here's my challenge. Hopefully you can see my board. Pretend. Today I want you to pretend. Pretend that you already have the love, the money, the peace, the freedom that you've been craving. And I want you to watch how your energy shifts into feeling those feelings as if they are already true. It's like when you played imagination when you were a little kid. You would really, really get into that role. Okay? Once you feel it, you will start embodying it. Okay? And it's going to take practice because you're so used to that lack negativity. Okay? So start pretending every day. Okay? When you have some quiet time to yourself in the morning, when you wake up. When I go to bed at night, when I used to go to bed at night, I would pretend I'm in the house that I wanted. What does my room look like with my eyes shut? Right? What does it look like? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have an amazing day tomorrow. And then you feel it and you become it. And now I live in the house that I want with the man that I want. Trust me. And I have friends that are always like, how did you do that? And I'm literally like, I don't know, out of thin air. Because literally it was out of thin air. Everything that I just showed you today is exactly what we do inside the program that I just made for more. I want you to think of it like a life coach in a course. It walks you through step by step through this loop that you just can't get out of. So first we're going to map what's really running your life. Okay? Then we're going to overwrite all those old beliefs and the guilt loops. And then we're going to rehearse a new identity until you feel it for real. Okay? Embody it with boundaries, daily habits, and aligned action. Made for More is a 15-module experience that helps you rewire your reality and step into the life that's already meant for you. And if you want support implementing this for money, love, confidence, a calm life, I will put the link below. Feel free to just subscribe and watch my videos or join the experience, and let's point your magnet at overflow on purpose. Money, love. Let's do that. If you're ready to design your life with support and structure, join Made for More, the 15 guided modules with clear steps, real overflow, and me. You get access to me in a whole community in a Facebook group. So you also get part 2 of that course, which is called Rich and Receptive. So once we rewire and map, overwrite, and rehearse, then we can call in, you'll really be good at this money thing. Okay? You will rebuild your self-worth. You will set aligned boundaries. You will upgrade your mindset and habits and attract healthy relationships. And then we go deep on the money. right? We're clearing those blocks and we're choosing aligned income ideas. 50 of them I give you. We use, manifestation techniques and protecting your time, energy, and money so you actually receive more. And if you're a people pleaser, like I was, this is totally for you. Everything that I went through in my life, these were the basic steps that I had to do to get the life that I wanted. And because I had so many people ask me how I got my life, this is why I made the course. And this is why I'm teaching, because I don't feel like a lot of people know how to get out of that. And I didn't either. So let's rewire those subconscious patterns that keep you in the loops. Let's understand how brain boundaries and beliefs shape your reality. And let's release that fucking guilt, overgiving, and perfectionism, right? I want you to step into emotional, energetic, and financial overflow, where you become magnetic to aligned love, clients, wealth, ease, health. There's a 3-phase structure. Phase 1, modules 1 through 5 are the foundations of self-worth, the power of boundaries, high-value mindset, self-development habits, and attracting healthy relationships. Phase 2 is becoming, right? Modules 6 through 10, dating in the modern era, communication and emotional intelligence. That is so important. Healing and letting go. That's the one you want to watch. Confidence, energy, and manifestation, and then becoming unbreakable. Phase 3 is my part 2, which is rich and receptive, right? We're going to do all this money manifesting. We're going to talk about money blocks and worthiness, aligned income ideas, manifestation techniques for money, boundaries with time, energy, and money, becoming aligned, rich, and badass at receiving overflow. And once we rehearse this again and again together, here's the new you. Happy Sally. Okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.